Welcome! Today I look at 3 album covers inspired by video games. Let's look into them. The album cover for Currency's debut album, This Ain't No Mixtape, references the box art from 2002's GTA Vice City and its game map, based on his hometown of New Orleans. It was first released on the 21st of April 2009 as a digital download and on the 28th of June 2011 as a CD release by Amalgam Digital. Currensy mentioned in a 2012 interview with XXL Mag, "I did that for my city. I liked the way they made the towns look in Grand Theft Auto back on PlayStation 2, like on San Andreas, so that was what made me do it. I used to play San Andreas, but not for the missions or even to run around and do rampages. I used to just go in and drive around. I would try to take care of my lowrider that I had, try not to bump into shit, and if I did, I would hit the pay and spray and get it right. I was living that shit like a life. I would fucking play it like Sims. So I wanted my cover to represent that, and the shit came out dope. Sadly, I couldn't find any information on the artist who did the album art. The cover is creative, the attention to detail when it comes to the line art, the pops of colour, the vectors, the reinterpretation of the GTA box art, but it's reinterpreted from the lens of the artist. For example, the green car, there's a license plate that says Spitter, referencing one of his pseudonyms, Spitter Andretti. I thought that was a cool addition on the cover art. On the back, while it's inspired by the user interface of that map, it uses similar typefaces, colours. I love it. Referencing the late rapper's number of choice, 999, as a symbol of positivity, the cover art for Juice WRLD's album, Death Race for Love, is inspired by the box art for vehicular combat game Twisted Metal 4 from 1999, released for the PlayStation. It was developed by 989 Studios. The album was released on 8th of March 2019 by Grade A Productions and Interscope Records. The art direction and design was done by Folder Studio. Its 3D artwork was done by Checker Studio. The creative direction was done by Chris Burdine, and its photography is by Nabil Eldekin. With Juice WRLD being in front of the action, its composition of clashing cars, the angular sans serif typeface, and its engraved weathered steel look also inspired the album cover. While its colours are more subdued, this creates an intriguing and grounded scene between the subject, the flames, the plumes of smoke, and the battered cars. Contrasting the chaos, this seemingly occurs at night behind a city metropolis, with the sky being dark purple. I love how they incorporated models of the cars and the smoke, flames and all the mess and clashing, and applied it in a way that references the title. The usage of the PS1 sleeve on the far left as a way to showcase the title of the artist, I thought was very cool. Yes, it's inspired by PS1 covers, but it's interpreted and done in a way where it feels inspired and even better than what it was based upon. You combine that with the typeface, 3D, metallic-y, embossed, engraved, sharp sans serif at the bottom. It's a well thought out artwork. Going for a pink and white colour scheme, Paloma Mami's look for her album, Códigos de Muñeca, is inspired by Guilty Gear character A.B.A and her key husband, Paracelsus. Released on the 11th of July 2025 by Sony Music Latin, the album cover was photographed by Octavio Schiaffos. As mentioned in an August interview that same year with Galore Mag, anime and Japanese pop culture informed the album's audiovisuals. She stated, "Anime is my visual language. I love its colour, fantasy and emotion. That's why I partnered with Crunchyroll for custom anime illustrations for each song. The album visuals and music videos are steeped in that aesthetic. Minimalist yet colourful and bold. Fantasy meets reality." Let's look at some styling details that reference A.B.A. Firstly, instead of the yellow key, It's pink with doe-like anime eyes and a stitched mouth. Additionally, her bodysuit takes some style cues from her design. In maximalist Guilty Gear fashion, there's a multitude of medium-sized pink belts around her waist and numerous silver keys, one on the front right of her belt next to the belt straps and on the left side of her hips. However, a pink key located there stands out from the rest. Lastly, a small waist chain holds a key. Honestly, I was surprised that Guilty Gear was referenced for an album cover, as Guilty Gear is quite a niche game. I like how the team referenced the usage of belts in Guilty Gear. Every character has a belt in the game. There is not one character that doesn't have a belt, so the way that the belts are used and using the keys as accessories while holding a large, big key, I thought was a creative detail. Of course, you can mention the Daisuke is Watari influence, but I also think of Tetsuya Nomura. They love adding belts. That's their signature, so it seems. They took something that I thought was quite eerie and made it into something intriguing. That concludes this video. Are there any album covers that you've seen that are inspired by video games? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.